Hey guys, welcome back to Uproot and Sprout. Thank you for joining me. I am Kiara Naomi. I have a lot to talk about. We are going to continue self-love journey. This is going to be self-love part 2. I have my notes ready for you guys. I hope you guys are ready to learn. Okay, so have you guys asked yourselves, who am I? At any point, maybe since you've listened to the last episode or at any point in your lives, have you asked yourself, who am I? You are the one. That's who you are. You are the chosen one. That's who you are. In fact, all of creation is chosen by God. We are all chosen ones. It is up to us to choose ourselves so that we can become, or so that we can fill in, right, that the chosen one's shoes, so we can walk the chosen one's path, right? You have to choose yourself first. And once you choose yourself, you'll realize that you are the one. You are the one. You are your everything. You are it. You are it. You just have to choose you. That's all you got to do. Choose you. And we talked a lot about that in the last episode. I hope that you guys have chosen you since then, because you deserve it. You do. Once you choose yourself, you got to put in the work, right? We got to put in the work, and putting in the work, it's not easy. We talked about that too, but that opens us up to a whole new world once you do. Once you start putting in the work, slowly things start to brighten up, doors start to open up, opportunities start to come and flow in. New people start to come into your lives, new influences, new thoughts, new ideas, just new life, period. A whole new life. Your third eye is open. And you can see now, you can see things differently. Your third eye will open to the whole universe, realizing that it was accessible to you the whole time. That the entire universe and everything in it, all of its resources, were accessible to you the entire time. They're right there at your feet, waiting for you to use and take as you need throughout your journey. But we're not able to see that until we choose ourselves, until we put ourselves first, until we practice self-love and we know who we are, know our worth, respect ourselves, respect the universe, respect God, Mother Earth, people, humanity. When you choose yourself, there is no other authority other than your convictions. When you choose yourself, there is no other authority other than your own conviction. Your conviction becomes your authority because you know who you are. You know what path you're walking in. You know what you want. You know what you deserve. And you also dish out the same thing. And so whenever, maybe if you take a wrong turn or you make a wrong decision, a mistake, whatever, your convictions, you will be convicted. You'll feel convicted, and your conviction will correct you. Your conviction will say, no, a little more to the left, no, a little more to the right, left, right. You know, your convictions will realign you whenever needed and will become your new authority, your only authority. And what are our convictions? Our higher self comes from God. God within us, abiding in us, will convict us, will guide us. And everyone's journey is different. That's why your convictions become your authority, yours, not someone else's. They have their own path and journey to take. And once you open up, once your third eye is open, once you're awakened and you realize all of this, you'll realize just how many times throughout your life, your entire life, your intuition, God, your ancestors, Mother Earth, the earth, were just waiting for you to wake up and giving you signs and signals here and there and giving you convictions that you've probably ignored or you just didn't even feel because you've ignored them that much. Excuse me. But you'll realize, wow, I have been kind of guided my whole life. I've just been ignoring or been doing other things or what other people want. I was just blind and lost this whole time. And although that is sad, it's an amazing new reality. It's like, wow, I'm so grateful to see things the way they truly are and to walk on the journey that God has purposely designed for me. And you should know that. All right, so let's get started. So, on the last episode, we talked about knowing your self-worth, your value, how to create boundaries once we realize the worth and value that we actually have and God has instilled in each and every one of us. And it's more of just like a mental part, right? And you're in solitude and cutting people out of your life and things out of your life, right? To make that process easier. Well, now we're going to talk about the action part, right? What do we do? So you have to love yourself enough to do the work to heal, to become your highest self, right? To work and walk in your fullest potential here on earth, right? And it's hard. It is. It's very hard. It's hard due to malicious hypnotism. What is that? The media, just the system itself, right? We got the system, the government system, the healthcare system, the nutrition system that is in place for us, right? That pyramid, right? That was drilled into our heads and that's in every doctor's office. The educational system, religion, blinds people, damaged people, hurt people, unhealed people, unhealthy people, malicious people as well. All of these things play a part of malicious hypnotism because we find comfort in those things, whatever it may be. It's common in society, right? It's what everyone is doing. It's the cool thing, or it's just what's in, or it's what we're taught and what we're given. And that's malicious hypnotism. What we watch on TV, what we see on social media, music videos, all of those things. Not that there's necessarily something wrong with it, because if you're awakened, right, you can see things for what they are. But when you're not, or when you haven't done the things that we've talked about, some of the things that we've talked about to heal ourselves and to find our own self-worth, right, and love ourselves. We are hypnotized by those things that we see on TV. That is what we want to see every day, right? Or that is what we want to go do every day. That's what we want our life to be like, when it's what we strive to be, what we see. Because these like influencers, celebrities, they are our role models, basically. That's what we're given to see. What's put out on the news, that's what it's put out. It's given for us to have fear, right? To instill fear in us, or to prepare for something that usually never happens. And if it does, it's not at the magnitude to what we run to the store to prepare for. But it's just things, it's information that is presented to us. It's a life that's presented to us in these ads, in these commercials, and it's what we strive for. It's what we identify as success. You have the healthcare system. It's just designed to keep people sick, basically. You go to the hospital or you go to a doctor's appointment, and what's treated are your symptoms, not the actual root cause of the disease or the disease itself. It's the symptoms. The nutrition that's given to us in the pamphlets, in the brochures, if you will, when you're in the hospital, when you're at the hospital, staying there. The food that's given to you is terrible. It's not, and I'm not speaking only about taste. It's bad for you. It's not good for you. And it just feeds the disease or the sickness more and more and more. Just gives that more life while it's taking yours away. It's meant to keep you coming back. It's meant to keep you coming back. And I also feel the same about religion. You go to church. A lot of people go to church, and they go and they may leave with some excitement, but that's it. They don't leave healed. They don't leave with their problems fixed. They don't leave with a solution to their problems. They don't leave with any of those things. And I can speak from experience. And you just keep coming back. Sick. Spiritually sick. With no awakening. Only some excitement. That's it. For a small amount of time. And then you're back to that gray bubble, that fog, or a false sense of reality. And I say that because you're actually not taking any steps to change your reality, but you're thinking something that's not real, that's not happening, because you're not doing anything to change it. I think that's called wishful thinking. I don't know. Being around unhealthy people, damaged people, hurt people, none of those things contribute to self-love, to the temple of God. None of those things, because they influence you in some way, shape, or form if you're unhealed as well. So self-love also looks like working out, whether it's weight training, whether it's calisthenics, whether it's walking, yoga, running, doing a sport, jumping rope, jumping on a rebounder every morning, just movements, active movement every single day. Movement. That's a part of self-love. Exercising your body, exercising your mind, good thoughts, fruitful thoughts, actually going through the file cabinet in your mind, those thoughts that are coming through, and saying yes, no, stay, go, stay, go. Discarding what's not good, what's not adding to your life, what's not elevating you. Thoughts that are dead, promote death. Your brain is a muscle. Your mind is a muscle. Exercise it and teach it what you want it to think, what you want to visualize, what you want to daydream about. That when you are zoned out and you are going through, and your mind is just going through random thoughts, that even those random thoughts are healthy ones or good ones, or that you're so in tune with yourself that you can immediately catch it and say no. Meditation. Meditation looks like many different ways, but meditation is also a part of self-love. Spending time with yourself. Spending time with yourself. Being with yourself, going within and searching and looking. And when you find, staying right there with you. And loving you and seeing what being with you feels like, becoming comfortable with that, becoming one with yourself. And when we do that, we also make space for God to come in and speak with us and give us little nuggets, golden nuggets. Our ancestors. We allow an open communication with the divine to come in and guide us, or to just also sit and be wrapped in love and compassion. That's self-love. And that can look like sitting still, meditating, doing guided meditations. That can look like even while you're exercising, while you're driving, while you're cooking, while you're eating. It's you alone in stillness within your mind, within yourself. And that can be that should be an everyday thing. Showing up for yourself every single day. Spending time with yourself every single day, rather it's for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. And you could work yourself up to more if you'd like. But coming up and showing up for yourself every single day is vital. Because that's when you spend time with yourself and you choose your intention for that day. You set your intention. Who I want to be, what I'm going to do, what I want to be, how I want to act, how am I going to react, what am I going to ignore, what am I going to overcome, what am I going to achieve. You set those intentions and you then go out into the world ready, knowing who you are, what you want and what you're going to do, what you're going to react to, what you're not going to react to, what you're going to interact with, who and what you're not going to interact with. You go ready to play dodgeball. and with a joy and excitement, because you're prepared, because you won't be blindsided. And if you are blindsided, because you spend time with yourself, you know how to react, if you will or not react at all. Either way. So that is important, spending time with yourself. And meditation, that's one of the hardest things for me to just sit, like, even before I even started to do it, it was hard for me, just the thought of it. I would say, oh my gosh, I have to wait for that. I have to wait. I need to wait for my time to come, because I'm not to sit there and it's hard, even just the thought of it. And then when I started to do it, it was hard, because you feel your mind is in and out and you're antsy, right? But you tell it, no, you're sitting here, you're staying right here. Even if I don't meditate a minute, this whole time me and you, this body and this spirit will sit right here. And we're gonna do this, we're gonna stay here still, because I'm in control. And it just becomes easier and easier and easier. And then you fall in love with yourself, and you fall in love with spending time with yourself. It becomes a part of your life. It's a part of my life. I do it every single day. It's the first thing I do every day. Spend time with myself. Set intentions for my day. And it's been life-changing. I also spoke about nutrition, but nutrition is a part of self-love as well. What you eat, what you put into this temple of God is important. A plant-based diet is the best diet. It's the diet made and designed for the human body. Plant-based. And it's hard. It's very hard. It's hard because we're addicted to the foods that we've been eating this whole time. Our body wants those types of foods, and it's what's available. It's what's readily available. Plant-based meals, restaurants, options. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to find. It's not just there. Depending where you live, it's not just readily available. It's not that accessible. And the system has set it up that way for us to have McDonald's right down the street. But not at I Get Juiced. Shout out to I Get Juiced. It's a very good takeout restaurant. Plant-based. And it's hard also to transition into a plant-based diet. And you know what? It's a day at a time. I eat plant-based foods. And for me to get to where I'm at, it took a long time. And I didn't hurt myself throughout the process either. I let certain things go at a time. Whatever was easiest for me to let go, I let it go. One thing at a time. One thing at a time, until I found myself, and I'm still letting certain things go. Until I found myself eating really just, fruits and vegetables, grains and nuts. And it feels good. It feels good. My body feels good. I function better. My mind is better. My brain feels good. I feel sharp and bright, energetic. Majestic. But you take it step by step and you love yourself throughout each process. Just like working out, you love yourself throughout each process. Yeah, you have a goal, but you work slowly towards that goal, and you love yourself at each stage. Plant-based days, or a plant-based day, just one day of just eating fruits and vegetables, grains and nuts, is better than not doing a day at all. 2 days, 3 days, whatever it is you want to start with. But starting and having at least one day is better than not than not doing it at all. You're doing a service to yourself, to your temple, to your entire existence. And that makes also meditation and exercise, everything so much better and easier. Because you're light. Your digestive system has processing food already. It's not just constantly working. Your whole body is not just constantly working. Your immune system, let's not say that, but your whole body is not in overload. Another part of self-love is walking in love, walking in gratitude, walking in abundance. When you walk in love, gratitude, and abundance towards the Creator, towards yourself, towards Earth, towards humanity, when you do this daily, you walk with this attitude or in this spirit, in this energy, every day you choose to walk like this, in love, gratitude, and abundance, that is self-love. And when you walk that way, you will only attract good things. Because the things or the people that don't walk like that will talk about you, them themselves will not want to be around you. And if they are, their energy will be so toxic and so just not good for you that you then will remove yourselves if they have not. So only good things. And I'm not saying that, that your life will be it will be perfect, perfectly imperfect. But what I'm saying is you will still have trials and tribulations, you'll still have troubles, but you'll know how to act, how to respond in a way that will only attract, again, good things. And this is why self-love is the beginning of this process of healing, is loving yourself. Because loving yourself, putting yourself first, and realizing so many things that are merged together, when you do this part first, it makes everything, all the other processes, all the other steps easier, and you'll be able to understand better and attract the lifestyle, the reality that you want. When you make self-love your lifestyle. So I'm gonna leave you guys with this. You are chosen one. We are all the chosen ones. It's when you choose yourself that you become the chosen one. You realize that you are the one for you, for your life, for your existence, and for the world. It's you. You are the one. And all of the good and uniqueness that God has instilled in you, everyone has something that they were born with that they need to share and give to the world. That's what makes you chosen. That's what makes you the one. So choose you. Realize that you are the one.